All right, this is a Male Rights Activist Podcast, episode 57, where we focus on relationships, sports, and pop culture from a man's point of view. First of all, we want to thank our listeners, each and every one of you, for hanging with the fellas. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
What up?
On today's show, we got to talk about that Andrew Luck retiring, Kamal.
Didn't draft him in my fantasy football, so I'm happy.
Dave Chappelle special was amazing. We got to get into that, dog.
Instant classic.
And Boogie Cousins' baby mama did not allow him to have his son at his wedding, so he threatened her on tape. All that and more. Right now.
Check 1, 2.
Ready?
Yep.
This is MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal. I am Kyle.
I am Kamal.
We're saving relationships one listener at a time. We got some feedback, homie.
Do we now?
Yeah, man. We went on Facebook and asked the question, is it okay for your spouse to get a tattoo without telling you first? And by the way, this is from episode 56. Last week, we talked about, your wife came home and surprised you with a tattoo. For those who don't know, but she apologized for it. And you guys got through it. A lot of response to that question, Kamal.
Yeah, man, I read some of this stuff, man. That was flabbergasted.
Gregory Harrison said, I'm not her daddy. Jenny Rodriguez said, of course it is. It's her body. It's their body. Being in a relationship with someone does not mean you get to have an opinion on what they do with their, all caps, body. I mean, unless it's a tattoo of a dick on her face or something of that sort. Then I double check with that person if that's really what they want to do. But I don't know, it's their body. Justin Giorgio, teammate from Eisenhower. He said, I wouldn't expect my girlfriend to say something before she gets one, but I would expect my spouse to mention it beforehand. Just my opinion. Cheers. I think you might have a similar sentiment to Justin.
Yeah, I mean, here's
there's more.
Okay.
Clarence Graham said, what the significant other is trying to tell you is this: when it gets to the spouse going and doing things privately, this can only mean that they feel that they must regain the power that they somehow lost, and they feel that their spouse is taken from them. It's like a rebellious thing. Kia Smith said, this would mean we should never lose simple communication. Belinda said, I have never asked my husband if I can get one on my body. Shay Bell just said, come on, son. Jamie Andrews Kroom said, doesn't matter. And Travis Lucas said, it's their body, they grown. Marcus Watkins said, I think it's disrespectful, period. Even if I liked it, a conversation need to be had, not to control, but to be a team. All right, Kamal, what was you going to say?
Yeah, man. Obviously with Marcus Watkins. And the thing about it is, I'm not opposed to it. I just thought that's, some permanent shit.
Yeah.
And like that would just be a conversation. Like, hey, I'm thinking about, putting my great grandmother's coordinates. We talked about it. What do you think about it? Go ahead.
Oh man, so that's a noble thing. Yeah. As soon as you say it in that way, it's always how, right?
Yeah. So like basically telling me the next day.
Yeah.
So we got tattoos last night. Like, huh? We got tattoos.
Yeah, that's rude. But she acknowledged that it's rude. That's the good news, and she apologized for it.
Yeah, these other people, man, either they're not married or like, what I'm saying, like just some new way of thinking.
I wonder if dudes would think that they should have to tell their wife, because I know me, I would feel like a rebel, probably thinking, what that got to do with her? But that's also old school. That's that old pig-headed thinking of like, man, that ain't none of her business. But it's a respectful thing. To me, I think it's respectful. You don't come home with something that major without saying something.
Yeah, and the whole thing too is like, for me, it's like that is something that you do when you're single.
Yeah,
and she was chilling with her family, her cousins and stuff like that. I think most of them are single and just forgot that she was married.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? She, they were all here for a funeral. Hanging out with your cousins, you forget. I remember I went to the reunion, was hanging out with like some people. It's like 4 or 5 in the morning. Yeah. I forgot.
Yeah, I
was married with kids.
Hilarious.
Hope
you didn't forget that much when you was in some hotel room.
Nah. But just to hanging out, it seemed like I was back at Denny's.
Yeah.
After a club.
Yeah.
With no responsibility, and when it was over, I'm driving home like, shit.
Yep.
I'm a grown man.
Yeah. But see, that's the hard part to me about any relationship. Like the fact that to be in any kind of situation where you have to tell somebody before you do something, to me, is to me is a vote against relationships. Like the fact that you have to run it, and you do, but the fact that you have to. So we just started off, we was kicking it. All right, then we started, we got intimate and we enjoyed each other, so we kept being intimate, and then eventually we decided, or she decided, that we're now in a relationship. So now I have to run things by you. That's stuff that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, I know, and I didn't make the rules because the thing about it is, just instinctually, I would do things solo. Then find out like I wasn't supposed to do that.
Well, see, that's the other part is when you find out you're breaking the rules. So she set up the rules.
Yeah,
well, you're the one that said I got to check with you about this and that. And so now all of a sudden, wait, do I have to check with you? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I got to check with you for this and that. So you're breaking your own rule.
I guess I'm old school with the marriage and the relationships, but I would be new school. But the women want these traditional rules.
That's funny.
So I have to follow these rules.
Well, let's talk about when we get back. When we come back, we're going to save a relationship, and we happen to be talking about rules. So we'll touch on that when we get back. This is MRA Podcast. Hey, guys, I want to take this time to ask you to subscribe to The World According to Cheryl. That is Cheryl Underwood's podcast. It's hilarious, and I'm on it. Kamal's time to save a relationship. And today's Save the Relationship piece of advice is, all right, guys, now it's time for the lesson of the day. Set the rules. You got to set the rules. One relationship set of rules do not transfer to the next one. A lot of times, it's funny, man, if you with a girl for the first time and you do, oh man, you do the moves from the last girl on the new girl. You ever had that before? It's like every woman has a different erogenous zone. They all end the same thing. And when you've been with your girl for a while, you start to develop a pattern, right?
Yeah.
I do this and I do that, and then I hit it with the that. And she loves when I boop, boop, boop.
Can't do that.
Can't do that because every woman has a different. So you have to actually discover together. It's almost like improv. You build it together. You decide. You let her lead and decide what she wants. But I have tried it before. You try to do the same thing, and she'd be like, "What the hell?"
Unless you're like this is my style. Everybody that comes in, like Bobby Knight. He was coaching. He had his style. He had his system. You gotta come. I get people that fit my system. I don't get everybody. I get people that fit my system. Or you could be like Pat Riley. He's got a bunch of athletes. We running up and down the court Showtime. I go to New York. I don't have that. We play defense, and I adapt to what I got. Yeah, like, and you're saying let's say adapt. You and your girl like kink, right? You like kinky, so your girl likes it when you bite the nipple, right? And then you get with this new girl and you bite the nipple. She's like, what you doing? What you doing? Hey man, what you doing? Can't do that no more.
You can't do because you learn. Oh, okay. So you have to set up, just like sexually or intimately, you have to set up a new set of rules. There's a new set of rules for every relationship. So in your last relationship, you came home when you wanted, blah 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 blah. You have to set the rules. In the prior segment, you were saying how it's very important to, are you old school or new school? What is it? It's nice if you have an agreement too.
I guess I'm old. I mean, I like old. I like new school.
Yeah,
but it seems like women don't want. They don't want an old school man. They don't want an old school husband. They don't want a husband from like the 50s.
No, unless he's just paying all the bills. That's the only thing they want from the old school. Yeah,
but they don't want to get that plate. They don't want to have this shit ready for.
It depends on the. Well, some of them are kind of. It depends on the woman. And how she was raised. Like I said, different women have different things. There's some women still out there getting plates. You know what I mean? It just, even the worst of them getting plates. You know what I mean? It just, some of them are not. I know I'm thinking of some rebels that just will not do it. I'm thinking of some ones that will. It's a big, to me, that's a big sign, Kamal. Yeah, if they fixing the plate or not, it lets you know their mentality. And it's good to know. It's something you should look for in the beginning. Set your own set of rules, man. But you sound like you're saying you're kind of a combination of new and old school.
I would prefer new.
What's new?
It seems like
we both work.
Yeah, every man and woman for themselves. I don't have to check in. You ain't got to check in.
That's not what you have though.
Nah,
you have a bit of you have a hybrid.
I have a hybrid. I have a old school relationship
With new
For
school
me.
and addendums. Oh yeah, for you. For you, old rules.
Yeah.
For her, definitely new rules.
Yeah, but she wants me to operate under the old rules. You know what I'm saying?
Like having to get married. That's old school.
That's old school, right?
And when we come back, I got to tell you how this decision I made years ago. Actually, you know how old decision can come back and kick you in the butt? Sometimes an old decision can come back and bless you. I'll tell you about it. Yo, Kamal.
What's up?
I finally finished my album, dog.
The one you did in 2013?
Yeah, man. I know, man.
Okay.
A long time ago, man. But I said, you know what? I'm going to finish this album. This thing is coming out. Eventually. You know, you got to finish. You can't give up.
I can dig it. And eventually it's finally here.
Eventually it's finally arrived, man. And I was listening to it, man. This thing is funny, dude.
Okay, it's not dated. No jokes about chingy or nothing like that.
There is some dated jokes in there.
Yeah.
Like there's a reference to, it was before Michael Sam came out. Because it was like a reference to gay athletes that came out. And I was like, wow, that's dated.
Okay.
But the juxt of it is everything's good.
Bruce Jenner still.
Yeah.
Caitlyn. Is it Caitlyn?
He's Bruce in the
He's
album.
Bruce.
I don't talk about him.
But he was Bruce.
Yeah, I used to have a Bruce Jenner joke. He was Bruce in this when I recorded this. But no, it's ready, man. It's out. Okay. It's funny, man. Check it out and get it on iTunes right now. It's called Be a Man at All Times. All right, Kamal, man. Back in 2013, you know my friend Kimry, who's on Single Parents?
Yeah.
She was the one that helped us out for Gloria Balbustier.
Yeah.
Yeah, the voice of Gloria Balbustier. Anyway, she's a star. She's a black woman in Single Parents. If you're watching, check her out on ABC. Hilarious. Friend of the podcast. So anyway, this is way back in 2013. I'm thinking, did I know her in 2013? I'm pretty sure we did. I think we were in a writing class at UCLA. I'm pretty sure it was her. She hits me up and she's like, hey, man, because, you know, you have like that acting friend that always seems to have an ear to the street.
Yeah.
That's her. So she's the serious actress. She was like, hey, they're casting. Yeah, it was her. It was 2013. She said they're casting for Uncle Buck. They're back. Remember Mike Epps had his sitcom on ABC? She said they're casting for Uncle Buck and they're casting unknowns for his brother. And as you guys may not know, I am an unknown. It's definitely my category. So she's like, you should have your agent submit you. Kamal, that's not my strength. I don't know why it is what it is. I don't like calling my agent and be like, hey, man, so there's this project, even though that's what they want.
That's what they're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. They should have already been looking.
Yeah.
But they want you to be proactive and say, hey, man, this is what I'm right for.
Making their job easier.
Yeah, that's what they want. Because they're only 10%. You're 90. So you should be doing 90% of the job. Anyway, so I didn't want to do it. I get pushed, I get the nudge, you know what I mean? You should, you know how that goes. So I do it. And my agent was happy. Like, hey, this is what we need from a client. Great. So, because we're still new in our relationship. So they send me in and I didn't get it, but I had a good connection with the casting director. Mm-hmm. And she sent back notes like, this guy's funny. We like him, good. So that's always good when they send back positive feedback, right? So she brought me back in about 2 or 3 times for Uncle Buck. Didn't get him. Right? Mm-hmm. Uncle Buck gets canceled. 5 years later, Cedric gets his show, The Neighborhood, on CBS. Mm-hmm. Same casting director brings me in for that, right? I don't get the job. But the funny thing is, when I first got my agent, the one that was stealing money that we broke up in April or whatever we broke up, March, April, whatever, I was just a commercial guy, right? But because I was doing these showcases and I had a relationship with the Criminal Minds casting director, when I got that audition, they hit him up and he sent me in. Even though he didn't get it, I got it from my relationship with Criminal Minds.
Yeah.
I booked Criminal Minds. Now all of a sudden they want to sign me. All right. So fast forward to 2019, I have a new agent, just commercially. I'm not with the theatrical department. Friday, man, I think I was about to go play basketball with the Comedy Store dudes. I get an email. It says I got an audition. I'm thinking, how? I don't have an agent. Right. You know what I mean? This is weird, but this is kind of how when I got the Comedy Store thing. Remember I told you I got that movie because dude saw me at the Comedy Store. Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, what's this about? I had to pull over because then I was like, wait a minute, man, this is weird. Normally you kind of look at it and skim. Mm-hmm. I had to pull over the car. I was with my dude, Herman Rice, and I pulled over. I was like, hold up, man, hold on. Let me check this out. And so then I got an email from my agent saying, hey, man, we don't represent you theatrically, but we got a casting director from Here Comes the Neighborhood is looking for you, and they want to bring you in Tuesday. Can we negotiate this on your behalf? So, of course, then this thought is, I could take all the money if I book it. Or I could play the long game and tell them yes. And if I get it, good chance I'll have an agent.
Right.
So I said, yeah, I would love if you guys negotiate that on my behalf. And, man, I got an audition tomorrow for it. Now, by the time this airs Wednesday, I would have already done the audition. The audition is tomorrow.
I got you.
Yeah, man. But, man, it goes way, way back to that proactive thing in 2013, 6 years later, Kamal.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
6 years later, dude, I got blessed from, and man, they always say the casting directors remember you. And I've been sending them, I send them the Christmas shit and all that stuff, acknowledgments. But man, it's important to, keep in touch, man, because they look for you, boy, man. And I guess they found me on the SAG website, because on my SAG website, I made sure to put who my new agency is so that people don't send it to my old crook ass motherfucking agent.
That's dope, man.
Man, can you believe that shit?
Yeah. So this is the Cedric Show?
This is Cedric's sitcom on CBS.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Half hour. I love that. I love that multicam.
Yeah.
I don't have no jokes, but, I don't mind setting them up. Shit, nigga. It's a guest star audition, dude.
I can dig it, man.
Yeah, man. But that's great news, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
When we come back, man, we got to talk about this Dave Chappelle special, man. Oh, man, I can't wait. This is the MRA Podcast. Hey, come on, we got listeners all over the world now, man.
Yep.
And I was wondering, man, I wonder what the people do while they're listening to our show. I know we got a guy in the Navy who's in Spain. He listens. We got a lady that drives a Lyft. She listens while she's driving her Lyft and has her customers listen too, which is absolutely hilarious. Cat in Brooklyn listens while he delivers some fish. Okay. We want to know from other people, man, how do you listen to our show? What are you doing? Hit us up on the social media. I'm at Kyle Irby.
I am at Angry Kamal.
And let us know what you're doing when you listen to our show. Kamal, what are you doing when you listen to the show?
Man, I'm usually chilling, man. I take the train to get my son from school.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, man. So I get the headphones on and I listen to it front and back. The problem is I'm coming back. He wants to talk. I'm trying to listen. So I have to, try to act like I'm paying attention to him. I'm really listening to my words of wisdom.
That's good, man. Yeah. Pretend like you're listening to your son while you're listening to the podcast. That's one way to do it. I usually listen to while I'm cleaning the house, man. I picked... Well, go ahead.
Domestic work?
Yeah, man. Oh, come on, dude. I wish I didn't have domestic work, but yeah, man. I usually listen to if I'm washing the dishes or folding laundry. I listen to any kind of thing that I don't have to think.
Yeah,
and I just get to listen. But I want to know what are the people listening? What are y'all doing? Let us know. Before we talk about Dave Chappelle special, man, we got to send a shout out to Kevin Hart, man. Good dude, man, comedian. Dude, world class. You guys all know him. There's no need for an introduction on him, man. You guys have probably heard by now. He got a car accident. Scary as hell, man. I hope he's not on some Teddy Pendergrass shit, dude.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. I heard he's got some back injury. Yeah, he and the driver have a back injury. The car flipped off a cliff. It was on Malibu in those mountains. And a muscle car. Yeah. And the thing about those muscle cars, they're from the 60s and 70s and stuff like that. So probably not, if you're used to wheeling some, 2018 Aston Martin or something like that, something that's built for today in the roads and with the latest technology and all that stuff. And then you're in a 72 Barracuda or something like that. And you're thinking you're driving that,
what you're used to driving. That Lincoln town car with all the help. Yeah. Yeah. You ain't really driving these days. Sometimes you're not even steering, bro.
Yeah, exactly. You used to driving the Tesla.
Yeah.
It's a big difference, man, especially at those windy roads up in the Malibu Canyon. So they flipped over. It was 3 people in the car, man. So, hopefully they get a speedy recovery. Mm-hmm. And all
no pun
is
intended
well.
With the speed.
And hopefully there's no lingering issues. Hopefully Kevin gets back to doing what he's doing, man. He's like you said, good dude. Always wants to help people. Funny guy, entertains millions. So
nice dude, though, man. Yeah. That Dave Chappelle special was dope as a motherfucker, man. I can't believe people was hating on it, man. I saw some negative press, and some people on social media was like, nah.
Because it's not PC, and so in today's age of wokeness, you have to be PC, and he's like almost rebellious.
Yeah.
Rebellious with it. He talked about like the Me Too movement. He went in on like what do you call it, like the cancel culture and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He talked about like Louis C.K. defended Louis C.K.
Yeah. Wait. How do you the pull the penis out?
Yeah, he said basically he was at his own house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he asked permission. I mean, he basically,
Which he did.
He said a lot of things that probably a lot of people think, but aren't brave enough to like, voice it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because for fear of the backlash.
Yes.
Because the backlash is strong, man.
Oh, yeah, it's strong,
The backlash is strong. So a lot of people don't want to deal with the backlash. And I think what Dave Chappelle did was like, he didn't care. As a matter of fact, he mocked the audience.
Yeah, he said, "This is you."
This is
he
you
did an impression of, "I'm gonna find something about you from 15 years ago."
Which I think, honestly, man, it makes certain things.
Yeah,
certain things I understand, and so it's like this. How I feel about it. Certain things are bad, and if I found out 15 years ago you did this, I'm done with you. And so,
yeah, like if I found out 15 years ago you were scalping babies, skinning babies, you can't really. How do you get around that? You know what I mean?
Right. And so,
unless it was a woman's right to choose. Hey,
and other people probably feel it's all bad. So just let's get rid of all of it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I don't be a hypocrite. And I'm like, it's a case by case basis, but I'm like, 15 years ago, if I found out who's my, Tina Marie. I like Tina Marie. She's dead now, but I found out Tina Marie in '83 was part of the Klan, and it was still singing Square Biz and all that shit, like marketing.
Yeah,
I would still bump Square Biz.
That's hilarious. You would?
Yeah.
You just love the song.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't cancel Tina Marie.
You wouldn't?
Nah.
Tina's in.
Yeah, Tina's in.
Even if she was in the Klan.
Hey, dude, that is the one, probably, that's the one white person I think it would hurt if you found out, like, Tina Marie was a racist. Like everybody should be like, oh, you find out, like, what I'm saying, I don't know, Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen DeGeneres is racist? Oh, okay. Right. You find like Tina Marie.
Yeah, it was literally in the Klan, and she was trying to figure out a way to poison black minds.
She was using the money for some elaborate plan
she was fucking up Flint's water. That was really Tina Marie.
That was her plan from the get-go.
Man, damn, that would hurt.
I would be like, not Lady T.
But turn that shit up.
Yeah.
Man, his take on Michael Jackson was so brave. Here's what I think Dave Chappelle did. I feel like Dave Chappelle, he was a comedy Jesus in this thing, meaning he sacrificed himself for other comics. He was like, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to do something that y'all can't do so that maybe y'all can do it again. That's what it felt like Dave was doing.
Yeah.
So his take on Michael Jackson, I've literally said those words word for word. Literally, I have done a joke on that word for word where I take it another direction that I just always just do an open mic playing around because I'm like, I can't do this at a real show.
Right.
I just know I can't do it. I mean, I'm thankful for what he did. I still can't believe some people even said it wasn't funny, but for some Chappelle fans, they felt like maybe it was too much of him trying to prove a point. Like when Wanda Sykes did that I Gotta Be Me special. I don't know if you saw that one.
A while back.
Yeah. It felt like it was too much of on an agenda. Like, look, man, it was gay. It was like, man, that's not Wanda to me. That's not, it's cool. Address it. Good. But let's get back to what Wanda does. It felt like she had to get that out. And then after she got that out, her last special, one of the best specials I've heard.
Yeah. For me, I'm not a Chappelle sycophant.
Yeah.
I think this was his best one. It might be his best one that I've seen. Because I think that to me he was always too silly. He would, I mean, I talked to Dominique about it. I know, like one of those old specials, he talked about some guy held a bus hostage with his masturbation.
Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. Even the one with the baby. the baby outside at 3 a.m, selling weed and all of that stuff. It was the baby snuck out of some chick's vagina in the club and all that. It's like it's just silly.
But I guess what you're saying is he's still silly, but he's added some woke in there. He's added some edge in there.
More substance.
Yeah, way more substance.
Way more substance now with that silliness.
Yeah, so now he's in Chris Rock's neighborhood now.
Right.
Where
He's
before he was
a silly version of Chris Rock.
Yeah, which to me makes him, I don't want to say it. I don't want to be sacrilegious, but Dave is in his neighborhood
that's
now.
What I'm saying.
He's coming for him.
Yeah, he's like the silliness.
Yeah.
To me, would make me laugh harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, at somebody's bits. But I like learning. I like the substance. You know what I'm saying. I'm a big time Richard Pryor, Chris Rock fan.
Yeah.
And so for me, I'm measuring comedians to those guys. You know what I'm saying. I like the silly side. I like Rodney Dangerfield. I like Mitch Hedberg, and I like
that's silly. That's like a meal. The Chris Rocks is the steak. You know what I mean? And Rodney Dangerfield, that's silly, man, but that's dessert. You know what I mean? That's the Kool-Aid, you know, that's the glass of wine. But like Dave Chappelle is turning into a meal, complete meal with, I'll give you your silliness here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna give you your politics here. He touches relationships. He touches politics. He touches black culture. And then he touches, whatever, just regular pop culture shit. And so, man, I'm telling you, man, he's after this last special. I'm like, damn, Chris.
Yeah, and he's so smart. We talked about that last thing, the last bit about it, like the story about his father, and like how he was like how they grew up poor, and you know what I'm saying, and how Dave felt going to school. It just, know what I'm saying, like what he had to go through, and then it's like to where he is now. In life financially.
You know what I love about Dave Chappelle, and I ain't trying to one up or big up, but I saw him live at the store this year for the first time. I never seen Dave live, and I thought, oh wow, he stays in the silly zone. Like Dave stays silly. He has a silly look on his face. He doesn't, and your boy Jerry Corley talked about, he said George Carlin taught him, raise the bridge, meaning your eyebrows. Raise them up instead of having them scrunch down. Scrunch down with the Ice Cube eyebrows, raise them up. Like, what are you saying? That keeps you in the silly zone. And when he said, I said, man, that's really great advice. Dave Chappelle stays in the silly zone. So even when I remember the Quart of Blood technique he did on that Robin Hood Men in Tights where he ripped the dude's heart out. No, wait a minute. Quart of Blood technique is Eddie Murphy, right? In Trading Places in the jail.
Trading Places.
That's called the Quart of Blood technique. You do that, a quart of blood will drop out of a person's body.
I'm talking about when Dave Chappelle was doing a fight scene. Wasn't that Robin Hood Men in Tights?
No, it was Blue Streak.
What happened? Oh yeah. Blue.
When he was demonstrating, him and Martin were acting like they were criminals.
Yeah.
And so the guy didn't trust him, so he was like, "Who is this guy?" And so Martin was like, bigging up how tough Dave Chappelle was.
And he basically did an Eddie Murphy Quart of Blood technique, but he did the new version of it.
The new version.
Do the move that you do. The gut and eyes move. All right.
Yeah, so my point being that I just love that Dave Chappelle is silly, you know what I mean? And now he's adding the substance, which is going to make him one of the best, dude. Now that he's putting those two together, and, hopefully when Ed comes back, he can add, he could be silly plus substance. We'll see if he can handle it.
I don't know if Ed's going to have any substance.
Yeah, it's going to take a long time.
It's basically Ed's all talent.
Yeah, you ain't lying. But one can always hope, right? When we come back, we got to talk about Boogie Cousins. There's a warrant out for his arrest, and this all stems from some baby mama drama that Boogie did not handle well. This is the MRA Podcast. Hey, if you're enjoying the podcast, do us a favor. Tell a friend. That's it. Costs you nothing, helps us out, and gives your friends some entertainment to make that commute a little easier, or gives them some company on a workout, or while they're cleaning the house, so it helps them out, helps everyone out. All right, so please subscribe, leave a positive comment, and share. Kamal, DeMarcus Cousins, former Golden State Warrior, former Sacramento King, former New Orleans Hornet. Man, he's in trouble, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you say there was an arrest warrant for him?
Yeah, they issued a warrant for his arrest, man.
For the threat he made?
Yeah.
Oof. For those who didn't hear it, here it is right here.
I'm gonna ask you this Go shoot the ball. Go shoot the ball. Go shoot the ball. All right.
Can I have my son, Chris?
No, he's not coming.
Say that. I'm gonna make sure I put a bullet through your fucking head.
All right.
Now, obviously, she's recording. That leads me to believe that he's said some crazy shit before. And this is the day that she said, I'm going to catch you.
Because I know he gonna be mad.
He going to be mad about this.
He gonna be mad
Now, I
about
know when DeMarcus gets mad, he says some crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this example of that. Let me just clearly say that's unacceptable. You can't tell your baby mama put some bullet in her head. I hate that she wouldn't let the kid go to a wedding, but I can understand why she's mad. First of all, he's getting married to somebody, didn't get married to her. So you can understand why she has some resentment there. Mm-hmm. Second of all, I don't know if he gave her enough notice. I feel like the kid should have gone, though, man. Come on, man. What the hell?
Definitely the kid should have gone. I don't know their relationship. Obviously, if he's threatening to put a bullet in their hair, it's probably toxic. And, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if they were ever together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Before they had a kid, which is, you know, sometimes even worse. They say, like, just don't be having kids, but like sometimes it's worse when you have a relationship with somebody and you have a kid, and then you move on. I mean, and you didn't get married, so now it's some resentment.
Yeah,
the one night stand thing, that's usually financial.
Yeah,
but now if there was a relationship, if there was pillow talk and holding hands and I love you and all of that, and somebody else gets to benefit from it, after all of that stuff they went through. Then, like I said, there's resentment and there's retaliation.
Oh, yeah. And,
you know what I'm saying?
The best way to hit a man is through his money and his kids.
His kids, man. And so for this one, I mean, I got to look at DeMarcus, man. You got to be smarter than that, man. Yep. And here's the thing about it. I'm not just like standing on the sideline. I have been there. I have been there, man. I have been so mad at my ex-wife for some foolishness that I thought that she did, you know, to get back at me using my son.
Yeah.
Sheesh, I might have said, I've said crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm speaking from experience.
When you know she's fucking you, when you know she's doing something, or at least you think, when you know, fuck that. When you know she's doing something to be spiteful, in his mind, he's thinking, this is my marriage. This is a big deal. I need my son here. That's why he'll know for his next marriage, because there'll be another one. He'll know for his next marriage that he needs to make sure he has custody, just like Stevie J from Real Housewives of some city, Atlanta, something like that. They was going to put the cuffs on his baby mama Jocelyn because she didn't deliver the baby on time.
See, the thing about it is, man, honestly, man, and this is what I try to give this advice to every dude who is having kids, about to have kids, or about to break up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With their wife, their
baby mama, whatever.
Baby mama, girlfriend. Man, you have just as much rights as the woman does. You know what I'm saying? You have that. You know, he's got two parents. And we cede all rights to the woman just because. And then we're in court fighting for stuff and like, hey, man, this is crazy. It's like, dude, you messed up initially. You know what I'm saying? You messed up initially by giving her all the power. Yeah. You didn't have to. You assumed that you were supposed to just because that's mom. Yeah. Your dad. Yeah. And the thing about it is most judges want both parents in their life. They don't want weekend dad. They don't want, I see my kid once a month. They don't want that. They want y'all to be 50-50. Unless, like, you know what I'm saying, your job doesn't allow for it and stuff like that. Or, you know, mentally you're just not, you know, you don't want to be a part of the, you know, you only want to be weekend dad. You know, and some dudes, like, you know, that's what they prefer. Yeah. You know, but if you really want to be in your kid's life, man, you can. You have that right. So stop ceding power and rights to your ex. For what? Because it's going to come back to bite you. You're going to go through some stuff like this with DeMarcus Cousins and just be pissed off, just like DeMarcus was. Now, me, I think most of the time I said some crazy stuff. It was before we had, you know, a ruling. You know,
once you have the ruling, things change.
things changed because, you know what I'm saying, I had these days.
Yeah.
I had, you know what I'm saying, she had these days.
Yeah.
So then I'm planning.
Yeah.
I will plan my wedding
Yeah.
on the day I got him.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I got him on Saturday. No, I don't have. No, can we do it the week after? Because that's when I got my boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's
now
what you got to do.
That's what you have to do.
That's great advice, Kamal, for the guys out there. Don't go out like Boogie Cousins. I know they can frustrate you. You got to know, dog. They're pushing these buttons because she can't beat you up. That's it. She can't beat you up. So the only thing she can do is hurt you through your kids or your pocket, and that's where they're going straight to.
Oh yeah, she knows you want this for your wedding.
You're not marrying me.
If he's the ring bearer or whatever he's supposed to be, he's supposed to walk. No, I'll mess up this wedding if I can. I can't. I can't come in there and ruin it.
Yeah.
So I'll take a component away.
Yeah.
Because I can control that.
Because I'm mad.
If I can control everything, you wouldn't be getting married.
You wouldn't be getting married.
But I can't control that.
So I'm going to hit you where I can hit you.
Yeah.
Fellas, please take this advice, man. Don't go out like that. Do not threaten your baby mama, especially on the phone.
No. Do it in person.
Do it in person. And make sure ain't nobody recording. But no, on the real though, man, if you want your baby, man, you're going to have to go through legal custody. Now, some dudes don't want their baby.
Right.
Even when their baby is grown and we come back, we got to talk about Julio Iglesias does not want to be the father. This is the MRA podcast. Are you yelling at your radio right now? What the hell you saying? You wrong, Kyle.
You wrong, Kamal.
Yeah. Or right. That's what I'm talking about.
Word.
Yeah. Hey, then tweet us. Stop what you're doing unless you're driving. Stop what you're doing. Hit us right now. Respond to us. Just talk to us right now.
Let us know how you feel.
I'm at Kyle Irby.
I'm at Angry Kamal.
Or you can hit us both at the MRA podcast and let your voice be heard.
Yeah, man.
So we'll read it.
We might even respond.
And you just might hear it on the show.
Yeah, man. Be a celebrity for a day.
Yes, man. Just stop what you're doing. Hit us up, man. You'll get a response.
Yes, sir.
Kamal, a Spanish court ruled that singer Julio Iglesias is the father of a 43-year-old man after a 30-year paternity suit. This nigga, his was crazy. Julio refused to take the test. That's how he got confirmed. He got confirmed as a father because he wouldn't take the blood test.
Yeah.
He was like, I do not need to be tested. Okay, then you're the daddy.
Yeah,
Which is weird.
He refuses. He refused to take a paternity test for 30 years.
30 years, dude. I feel bad for that grown man, the 43-year-old man.
After a while, I'm on some fuck Julio Iglesias.
Yeah, man.
I'm not still trying to
Yeah.
And see now, what are you going? You find out he's your father at 43.
Now what?
Yeah, now what? What does that do? See, I told you.
Yeah, but
now I'm entitled.
Nah, it's not that. It's not that. Come on.
I think. What's the point?
Boo, he's been telling everybody his entire life that Julio Iglesias is his father.
Because that's what mom's told him.
Yeah, because it is his father. It might be. We don't know. But why wouldn't you want to? I'll tell you why he don't want to take the test. Julio has 8 other kids, right?
Yeah.
5 and 3 from 2 different wives. This is my guess. I'm guessing he's super religious. He only has kids from his wives, and he doesn't want the scandal tarnishing his name. That's what I'm guessing.
But this is a side piece, right? This was a
yes,
right.
It wasn't his wife. That's for sure.
It was a side baby.
Yeah.
And
so he's in denial about it.
Yeah. Plus, again, man, he didn't want to be dealing with this stuff, man. He didn't want to deal with probably child support. He didn't want to deal with like you said, the scandal. He's an international superstar. I don't feel like dealing with this stuff, but I think it makes him look worse.
It does to me.
It makes him look worse by not taking the paternity test.
Yeah, man.
Just to prove it. He just says, it's not my son.
Yeah. How do you know it's not your son? Because it's not.
It's not.
That's my proof. It's not.
It's not. But the nigga can sing.
He looks just like you. Him and your other son.
You see all the chicks that keep following this man around?
Exactly. What's the other son? Doesn't he have a singer son?
I almost said Gabriel.
That's not Gabriel Iglesias. That's Fluffy.
It's
Julio Iglesias Jr.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a junior.
Yeah. No, that's not him. Who sings that Baila Amor? Hold up, man. Enrique Iglesias. Enrique Iglesias is his son.
Is that the one that was married to J-Lo?
No, that's a different Mexican dude. That's a Cuban dude. Who's J-Lo? No, hilarious. Who's J-Lo's ex-husband? They look like Skeletor.
Oh, that's he got two first names.
Probably. We gonna find out. Hold up. Go down the list. Not him. Not Alex Rodriguez. Come on, man. Damn it. Google, hook me up, dude. Mark Anthony.
Okay, yeah.
Two first names. All right, man. We got to get out of here. When we come back, it's time for our Dear Irby letter. Can I have your attention, please? We are trying to start a movement. You heard that right. We're starting a movement. We're doing something different here at the MRA Podcast. We vibing with y'all. You know what I'm saying, fellas? You know what I'm saying, ladies? It ain't just fellas that listen to the show. Matter of fact, it's a majority women, but it's all good. I know you know somebody that fits with what we try to do over here. So all we need you to do is send it to them. Tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? That somebody know how we get down here at the MRA show. It's really called the podcast, but I just wanted to rhyme no and show. Let's get into this Dear Irby letter.
Let us.
Dear Irby, my husband and I have been together for 6 years. I have been with a lot more partners than he has. He's a great guy. My last few boyfriends were not so great. One had no job because he was always trying to launch some damn hustle. One was a drug dealer. I thought I could handle it, but that was not the lifestyle for me. And the other tried one time to flex on me like this nigga was going to hit me. I'm not the one, fellas. He is lucky I did not slip something into his coffee. I reconnected with my husband on Facebook. We went to high school together. He was getting divorced, and I was just coming off another bum-ass nigga. I heard what you said about moving for love or work. I will be honest, I moved for love. I left New York and moved to D.C. where he lives. Not really far, but at all, but I still moved to give myself a chance at happiness. Okay, so on to the reason why I'm emailing you guys. I'm happy in my marriage. My husband and I have a son together. He is 5. Life is good, almost perfect, but I'm starting to miss my street niggas, LOL. I have also dabbled with women, and being with just one person is hard for me. Can you relate? I know most men fantasize about threesomes. Do you think my husband will go for it? How can I breach the subject? Help me out, guys. Thank you, Darlene from DC. Kamal, dude, what's the deal?
I appreciate Darlene's honesty.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I truly do. The first thing I want to touch on is she's got like almost a perfect life.
Mm-hmm.
Life is good, almost perfect. But
almost.
I miss my street dudes. She misses the street life, Kyle. She misses the chaos.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Which, you know what I'm saying, goes back to my philosophy, man. Like, the women, they don't want the good guys. They pass up the good guys for the nonsense and the tough guys and all like that stuff, right? And then they get to a certain point where the chaos overwhelms them and they say, I can't find a man or whatever. It's like, you passed up some good ones.
That's always the case.
Darlene was fortunate enough to find a good one after all the nonsense, but it's still, it's boring, probably. It's just perfect. You know, he goes to work, comes home, plays with the kids. They go to basketball practice on the weekend. They take a couple vacations. Bills are paid. Stuff like that. They probably have a Volvo, a nice two family cars. Yeah. Really, really safe. Life insurance. Everything's taken care of.
Missing something.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hiding a gun. You know what I'm saying? We go to these basketball games. You know what I'm saying? You ain't I'm not pulling you away from like punching somebody. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to check your phone. Just the chaos.
Yeah, man.
People thrive in chaos.
Some people
do. Yeah, some people, not me. I'm safe. But some people thrive in chaos, man. And Darlene misses it. I hope she doesn't,
mess this up.
Yeah, she doesn't revert back. You know what I'm saying? Go back and contact one of her street dudes. I hope not. I hope she keeps with the safe guy. Now, the threesome. Now she's trying to introduce this other chick into the relationship.
Well, we hope it's another chick.
But she said it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've dabbled with women being, but can you relate? I know once been fantasized of threesomes. Do you think my husband go for? Oh, okay. Well, let me tell you something, darling. If you're trying to bring another dick into this man's bedroom, that nigga ain't going for it. He ain't going for it. I was gonna say if it's a chick, he probably ain't going for that either.
Yeah, why not?
Well, because if he's a safe guy, man, he's thinking, you know, safe guys buy insurance and all that stuff. That means they plan. They think ahead. Mm-hmm. It's fine right now in the moment to bring in another chick, but that other chick, just the experience can cause problems. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you're, you know, you got the threesome and then you start messing around with the other chick and you make a moan that she's never heard. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You do something that she's never seen. Mm-hmm. Your facial expression or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or you spend too much time with the third chick just because she's new. Yeah. And now 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 3 months later, you answer questions. Did you like that better? And stuff like that. So a thinking man is like, it's not worth the headache. I'd rather just have a side piece she don't even know about. Yeah,
if that's what you need.
Yeah, the headache. I mean, the risk to me is not worth it. It's not worth the questions. It's not worth the feeling bad. To me, it's not worth it. I don't think your man would go for it, and if he does, Darlene, promise me that you won't make this shit awkward for him. Because I know me personally, me and this guy sound very, very similar. We don't want to feel awkward. We don't want to be answering a bunch of weird questions about, you know, regrets that you have, about, you know, something that you suggested. Yep. So if you're going to go through with this, you know what I'm saying? If you have any regrets later on, suppress that shit. Don't bring it up to this man. And don't treat him differently now. I just see him differently because he was with another woman. Nah, man. Keep that shit the same.
Come on, when we come back, I'm going to weigh in.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, y'all? If you like this show, you want to help us offset some of these costs, man, you feeling the need to donate, then do just that. Go to www.patreon.com and make a donation to the MRA Podcast. That is the MRA Podcast with Kyle and Kamal, and you can find us at Patreon. Or you can catch us in the street and just be like, hey, man, I love y'all. I want to bless you with some cash and put some dollars in our pocket. You can do that. Or you can hit us on Venmo. Find our names and just, you know, bless us with dough on Venmo. Or you could pray for us. Do that too. But we prefer cash. I'm going to read the email again. Dear Irby, my husband and I have been together for 6 years. Okay, I've been with a lot more partners than he has. We get straight to the facts. I've been with a lot more partners, all right? Okay, so we know who she is in her default setting. He's a great guy. My last few boyfriends were not so great. Of course he's a great guy. Here's what happens, exactly what you said, and I agree with it. You've been dealing with these guys who quote unquote ain't shit. And you get tired of that shit, so then you finally say, all right, I'm going to go safe. But the problem is once you go safe, you start to regret the safe. You have to get to the point where you have to say, I'm into these wild dudes, and I will suffer the consequences of the wild dudes. Because that's what I like. Remember we talked about the bank robber movie? He liked robbing banks. He understood that going to robbing banks meant he'd go to jail. He knew how to break out of jail. It was not a problem. You feel me? He was like, I'm cool. This is the consequence, but I'll be all right. Yeah. He never decided, you know, I'm going to go straight. I'm going to live the straight life.
Because I'm tired of police chasing me.
I love it. You sometimes, ladies, you need to understand you really do like that crazy shit. There is no, you got the perfect life and the quote unquote perfect life. It ain't the perfect life for you. And you're still not happy. Darlene, you will not be happy in a threesome. This threesome is a Band-Aid. All right, you might be happy, but your husband's not going to be. The question you ask is, can you relate? Yes, I can relate to want to be with more than one woman. I'm not going to say person, more than one woman. Yes, of course I can relate. Do I think your husband will go for it? No, he's not going for it. You Your last crazy dude will go for it. Drug dealer dude is with it. You know what I mean? Who else we got here? We got money, multi-level marketing dude will go for it.
Hustle man.
Hustle man will go for it. You know, your husband's not going for this shit, man. You went back to a safe dude that you used to know. You went back to the well for safety. Enjoy the safety. Take the good with the bad. What's up?
Yeah, I was going to say, man, there's not many Jay-Z's out there.
No, they're not.
Like street guys who legitimate, so you ain't got to worry about the police kicking your door in, but he's still street enough.
Yeah, no.
And rich enough to give you all like your meet both sides.
Yeah, no, not happening.
Most of them don't get to that level.
They come at a cost.
Yeah, most of them do not get to that level.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
Oh man, my son just told me yesterday. I'm not gonna do that, but he just told me about one of his old teammates that passed away, and because we used to always reference him, and we always used to reference his mom. We still to this day we laugh about the mom because the mom used to be turned up at the games, and he said, "Yeah, you know, he's out of here. He passed." I was like, "What?" But I'm not shocked because he was even at the age of 8. Kamal, you just knew. Isn't it sad when you just know?
Yeah.
Will my husband go for it? No, he's not going for it. How can I breach the subject? You can't. Because when you bring it up, it's going to hurt this man. That's not what you got. That's not what you signed up for. You left crazy town. I know in your perfect world, can I just have all? And Kyle Irby definitely always wants to have it all. Can I just have this and that? Not with the guy you have. Because you wouldn't be asking me how to do it. Every dude wants a threesome that I know. But the fact is, you don't think your husband will go for it because he won't.
I think he might.
Think he might?
I think he might, especially because here's the thing about it, man. If Darlene is used to a certain type of dude and he knows it.
Nah, man. One of the comments on Facebook was like, he knows it. He knows that I like tattoos and you didn't like that.
And he knows it. Then he might just be like always trying to appease her because he knows that basically she can go back to something that I'm not.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And so he might go for it just out of just not wanting to disappoint Darlene.
Yeah, but now he's suppressing. I feel bad for the dude, man, because honestly, he got a girl that's not his, man. She used him for safety, and now that's it. Now she's tired of it. She used him, man.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
I'm sorry, darling. I know you're our listener. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I feel sorry for dude because that's she. I've seen like movies and TV shows. It's like they're just like I'm with this safe guy.
Yeah,
and the girl, the woman is getting away from a past that they could at that time they can no longer stomach.
Yeah.
But after a few years,
I've been that past for women before.
After a few years away from that life, I missed that life.
Like, we didn't talk about today?
What's that?
Andrew Luck retiring.
Oh.
Real quick before we get out of here, man. Are you cool with him retiring a week before the season started?
Hey man, the man was hurt. He couldn't play. He was tired of rehabbing. Yeah, I mean, hey man, the thing about it is he's the one that's up on the training table. Yeah. He's the one in pain. He's the one in walking boots and like back surgery or neck surgery. He's the one that, you know what I'm saying, when he picks up his kid, he's grimacing and stuff like that. Yeah. And so he's made millions of dollars playing a game. He's 29 years old. Hey, why not? Yeah, especially if he's not tripping off of a legacy and championship and rings. It's like, dude, I don't
like it, man. I feel like you're no, dude. You said he's not tripping about legacies and rings. He need to be tripping about legacies and rings. That's what athletes are into. Athletes are the most competitive people in the world. They cannot stop. They always want to be the best. And as a fan of football, I'm selfish. Come out. Football fans are selfish. We don't give a damn how you feel. We don't care about your knees, your elbows. We don't give a shit. I mean, we don't care how it affects you, how it affects your family. We just want you to play till you're done. And we praise those gladiators I don't know how Kobe's still married. I really don't know how. And we don't care about his marriage. We wanted him to finish the job. Bring us championships. I want to see, and I'm not even a Colts fan, Kamal, but I want to see Andrew Luck be as great as he can. It's nothing worse, man, than seeing somebody not reach their full potential. And, it's just, if I'm going to be honest, man, the reason why I hate when people don't reach their full potential is because that's always been my thing. I've always had so much potential, and I've never been able to tap into all of it. And it burns me up when I see people not reaching their full potential. I hate it. My boy White Jim Kelly, on Cheryl Underwood Radio, he always says when recruiters go to a place with a 3-car garage, they always say, don't ever recruit a kid from a 3-car garage. And when he told me that for the first time, I thought, ouch. Because I had a 3-car garage. But it's like, God, dog, man, that is so real. It means so much because when Andrew Luck grew up with dough, so he didn't have that scratch and that need to push past. It's kind of like modern marriages, dude. You know how back in the day, marriage lasted forever because there was no other option. But when there's an option, that's when the marriages break up. I mean, look at, Sharon Osbourne and Ozzy Osbourne. When Ozzy ain't changed, he's slowing down. He ain't as crazy as he was. But when Sharon Osbourne becomes a celebrity on her own right, now all of a sudden, she ready to get divorced. Now, of course, they made it through, but there was a time she was ready to be done. Why? Because of other women. Are you telling me there wasn't other women way back in the day when he was Ozzy? At his height? No. She probably thought it would wear down one day. My point is, when there's no option, when you're just sharing the manager that's not famous, you put up with a lot more. But once you got your own money, you got your own face, you're on the talk, you're on, Britain's Got Talent, you're on all these shows. Then once you get what you've always wanted, you got the security, what you always need, that's when you stop putting up with stuff. And to me, that's what Andrew Luck is, man. When you're a spoiled rich kid, and we weren't rich, but we had a nice house. My mom did well for herself. But when you're a spoiled rich kid, you don't have that grind that the other athletes have. So I am disappointed in Andrew Luck because I do not care about his body, and that's selfish. What I really want him to do is just take a break, dude. Take a break, man. Take a year off. Your body's hurting. Take a year off to heal, but fully retire. Nah, dog. I'm sorry that you're going through that, but to me as an athlete, like, nigga, you can't. Don't tell me your highest mountain is AFC Championship. That's weak as fuck.
Well, he is 29. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing about it. And so my point is about the same thing with Darlene missing the life.
Yeah.
He might miss.
He's going to miss the life.
Right.
He's going to miss that locker room.
Right. He's going to miss the locker room. And once his body fully heals.
Great analogy.
Once his body fully heals, he's
going to miss the life.
And he's up there at the grocery store pushing carts.
Competing with the other guy pushing carts.
Right. He realizes, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. What movie was that when the guys are pushing carts?
I don't know.
They were like in whatever, don't matter. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say like next July.
Yeah.
Next August.
Yeah.
When he's doing something at home, he's at some kid birthday party. He's like, what the hell am I? Oh, normally I'd be at
that
training
smell
camp.
of grass. Where's the smell of grass?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, every August.
Yeah, why,
to this day.
Yeah, why am I at a parent conference the first day of school? Why am I here?
He's gonna be just like Darlene.
Yeah.
If you guys have a Dear Irby letter, send us an email at dearirby@themrapodcast.com. That is dearirby@themrapodcast.com. Where can we find you?
Twitter at Angry Kamal.
You can find me at your boy at Kyle Irby, KYLEERBY at the MRA Podcast, KyleIrby.com, MRAPodcast.com. Ladies, we love you. Fellas, be a man at all times.
Deuces.
MRA.